Welcome back to AAMC. My name's Pat, and this is my T3-15 Terramite backhoe. And this project, basically what we're going to do, we're going to get her back on again and get it back to nice and repainted up and make it look pretty good again, be able to work it, use it, show it, and everything else. This is a project that I started a long time ago. It looked really good at one time, and then unfortunately, I don't know why I got burned out on it, but I did, and I don't know, ooh, shiny over here, you know. You get to doing different things in your life, and just kind of slips away on you sometimes. You're like, wait a minute, why didn't I finish that? So this is going to be me finishing it. So we're going to get it back to its glory, get it back running, get it back working, make it go, and basically y'all's gonna come along for the ride. So let's get going. So we're going to blow it off here, and we're going to do us a little test spot of paint, which, like I said, we're going to get this thing done. I'm going to try to have it done within about 2 weeks, hopefully. Nothing special, just I need to get this done. This has been a project that's sat around for a while, and I've just needed to do it and get it over with. As far as that goes, so this has been primed for a long time, so we're just going to wipe it off real good and knock the dust off and throw the brush paint job to it. I could spray it, but I'm just not gonna. I've got a can of I've got the paint, and I've got a brush, and that's what we're just going to go with. It'll be just fine, because the way I figured, I'm going to use this thing a lot. It's going to get scratched, and I can just touch it up with a brush when I need it, and most of that paint smooths out so nice anymore. I just don't want to do it. This is the way we're going to do it, and let's get after it then. I think that'll look suitable, because these are supposed to be orange. As you can tell, it was faded orange because I painted it one time with not so good paint, and this is Rust-Oleum Farm Implement Kubota Orange. I think it'll look just fine, good enough, and then we can make videos of us playing with it and everything. Everybody can check that out. So that's always fun. Really just been mainly trying to catch up, and where spring's coming around, I decided I wanted to get this thing done and over with. And again, it's just tobacco. It's going to be fine. I think this is going to fit kind of tight, because you can tell somebody's really well. This is not me here. This was all done. I took this to a tank shop. They didn't do this. They just boiled it, lined it, checked it. They said it didn't leak a drop. So it's not leaking fuel, but this is sucked in a little bit. I don't know if, I got me a new shop clock the other day. Found it over at the thrift store. Electric, pretty neat. Anyway, I didn't do the welding on that. It was already like that, and I don't know, we'll fit the hood. I don't really care if I do scratch the paint. Like I said, this thing's going to get used. It's a piece of equipment. Just as long as it's cleaned up, it looks better. I plan on taking it to some shows, but I'm not going to go through and buy real expensive paint just to, for a machine I'm going to use. And this stuff ought to look pretty good. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and bright. Might be a Kubota orange, but it's close enough. Alright, we got the back end of it off there, which it was just sitting there anyway. So, we're getting ready to take the old faithful beaver, grab it on by its butt, wrap the chain around it, and drag her back out of here, and drag it right over to there, and get it cleaned up. At least I'm gonna wash some of the crap off of it and then go from there. So this is the way it works. It's just a hydraulic pump with a hydraulic motor, and it's pretty dirt simple. It's nothing crazy. See, now the T3s were the 3rd generation Terramite, and the 1st generation was built with a Gravely walk behind back end, and we'll show you one. There's one real close, real local. And then after they did that, they come out with a T2, which a T2 was used for a Power King. Well, then Terramite decided not to use Power King frames and decided to do their own thing and do their own design. Well, that's why all this is like beefed up and heavy duty. So that's the reason. So this was their own design, but they still kind of kept some of the Power King factors, like the steering shafts and the kind of the nose look to it. But anywho, what we're going to do right now, before I move this in just a little bit, we're going to basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up, go ahead and let it dry, and then I'm going to wash that thing out, probably pop that bucket off, and we'll pop the front bucket back off this thing again. I don't remember what the heck I did. It's just sitting in there. But we're going to get this kind of, take a sander, just kind of sand it off and slap the paint to it. But the good note is we're making progress. Well, we got her up to this point. All right, hood's in there drying. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pull front bucket. I'm going to wait on the arms. I'm just going to go ahead and paint the front bucket, the back bucket, and these riggers and the seat and all that, and then we'll just clean it right here on the spot, get me some oil dry there. Well, we're back today in the shop. As you've seen in this video, we got it all washed up yesterday, and I was hopefully going to let it dry out overnight and pull some more parts off and be able to do a bigger batch, but it decided to rain last night. But anywho, so what we're going to do today, we're going to paint the body, the back bucket, 2 stabilizer arms. That's pretty much all I got in here. I'll have to pull some more parts, and it's kind of raining pretty good, so I'm just not going to worry too much about it. That, and it's Easter Sunday, so we'll be going and hanging out with the family here in just a little bit and having a pretty good dinner. And I'm in a real good t-shirt for painting too, orange, right? White and orange goes real good together. Got the stove on in here. 60 degrees now, which it ain't been on very long. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I've just got some light sandpaper. This paint's pretty darn good stuff. The hood come out pretty good. I'm going to give it another coat. The brush I used, I did notice that it's a little bit thicker than, coarser than what I want. This brush here that I had is a lot finer. I'll go get some more brushes. Again, it's a backhoe. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just trying to get this thing done within a couple of weeks. No particular reason, just this is a project that needs to be done and over with. Once it's done, we'll go to something else more fun. Well, this will be fun too, especially when we get to dig with it. But the most fun will be like mounting a motor up in it and hooking all that up, and it's going to be exciting. I mean, like I said, I could have sprayed it, but I've got other things in here I'm working on. I didn't feel like trying to move everything out, move it back in, because my shop's actually set up. It's set up to a paint booth. It's got the draw and everything. It's not real big, of course, as you can see, but pretty much I just didn't feel like squirting it. And brush painting's easy, so it ain't that big of a deal. Like I said, if I scratch it, I can just grab a little bit of paint out of the can, hit it, done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint the underbelly of that first, and paint the inside of the bucket. Go ahead and give the hood another coat. It come out pretty good. Like I said, for a brush job, it don't look bad. I could have sprayed it, like I said, but I think it looks pretty good. Good enough for a quick deal. All right. Also, I don't know if I pointed out, there's the motor. I ordered a cover for it. I didn't make a video of me starting it, but to be honest with you, it did not take much. I gave a little shot of persuasion, and it hit off, so I was like, I wonder. So I had a little old test fuel tank I hooked up to it, and it kicked right off. That motor's probably sat dormant for, well, it said last oil change was 15. Oh, it's not now. Last oil change was 15. So it's sat probably then some, run good. So probably change its oil, and I plan on potentially getting a new fuel pump. About 70 in here now, so the paint ought to work good. Let's grab a brush and some paint. About 70 degrees in here on the thermometer, which it's not like super cold out today, but I am definitely breaking a sweat. But I knew I had to get it warm in here to make it a lot better. Yesterday was a lot warmer. That nice big brush I had laying back here today. Let's paint. Good note is the valve body still works good. A whole bunch of cylinders and stuff hanging. Parts back there done. Just let them cure a little longer. Clean all them up. We're just going to paint this, all this, and the front lift arm today. I'm not going to. I've put another coat on that, and I'm not going to move it. I might take the lift arm off and throw it up on her and paint it. I don't know yet, but my main goal was all these cylinders, the bucket, front lift arm, and then we'll just have to let it cure up and dry. Let's smear a little paint because I'm not going to worry too much about it.